NASCAR isn't what it was 10 years ago. With sponsors leaving the sport left and right, take M&M for example, you just don't know who's going to end up in the sport and end up out of the sport. But I'm here to look at today some sponsors that I would like to see in NASCAR. This sponsorship that I want to see might make you go, what is this guy smoking? But the sponsorship I want to see is AMC movie theaters. Now, hear me out here. That sounds like a pretty boring sponsor, and it is if you just have an AMC Stubbs member car. It's just red with, like, what, white letters? But that's not what I was thinking. You ever go outside of the movie theater and you see all the posters from the movies, like on the side of the building? Imagine something like that on a NASCAR, but instead it was like on the hood. So you had the AMC movies like on the side, but on the hood it was a different movie for each race, or whatever movie is popular at the time. What movies are popular right now is Oppenheimer and Barbie. Imagine you had an AMC member's car, but it had Oppenheimer on the hood, or Barbie. Like, that just piques my interest. Next sponsors I would like to see in NASCAR is big brand retailers like Walmart and Target. Target already had a decade run in NASCAR with being a primary sponsor with multiple different drivers, but Walmart never really took off in NASCAR. They picked few and far between races to sponsor people, so I don't really see them coming back anytime soon. But the biggest brand that I really think that could come to NASCAR is Amazon. You know, there was a rumor going around that Amazon Prime, after the Xfinity series gets done with their broadcast deal with NBC and Fox, that they were going to buy the rights to the NASCAR Xfinity series and make it only streaming on Amazon Prime and rename it to the NASCAR Prime series. Speaking of Prime, another sponsor I would like to see in NASCAR is literally the drink Prime. Now, Prime has already been in NASCAR a little bit, sponsoring Timmy Hill and MBM Motorsports in the Xfinity series for a couple of starts. But Prime is really marketable. You might not like the people behind it, Logan Paul and KSI, but there's no doubt that Prime is up there with Gatorade and Body Armor. Prime is the official sports drink of the UFC. Logan Paul is a WWE superstar now. He brings out a bottle of Prime every time he goes out to the ring. So just imagine Prime sponsoring a young driver like Todd Gilliland or even Ty Gibbs. And imagine the connections that all those three brands would have with one brand. If they all had the same sponsor, I'm sure you'd see crossovers with NASCAR drivers, UFC, and WWE wrestlers. Okay, and I know this one is going to be very controversial, but a NASCAR sponsor I would like to see, or multiple of them really, it's just more social medias. I don't really know if there has been social media in NASCAR before. I know there was a Reddit car a few years ago in the Xfinity series, but other than that, I really don't know. I mean, it would be cool to see like a Twitter car, an Instagram car, a YouTube car. Like, those are brands people recognize nowadays, and NASCAR wants to be in touch with the younger audience. What a perfect way to do it than have, you know, social media cars. And now that I'm saying that, I do remember Ryan Vargas having TikTok as a sponsor a couple of races in like 2021. We're in NASCAR's 75th anniversary, so it's always going to be a growing sport. But with big name sponsors becoming less recognizable, it just makes you wonder, how much longevity is the NASCAR paint schemes and everything like that going to have in 10 years? Because think about it, you think of Home Depot and NASCAR and you already know what paint scheme I'm talking about, and I don't even have to put it on the screen. But those were the sponsors I would like to see in NASCAR. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and please subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.